Is this a tough the situation about listening to the devil thing? It makes sense. It makes sense right here, Sean. Because I got to do some do's and don't, and then we're out of here. Yes.
I was going to say real fast, the whole devil situation in this week, being something, doing something, I noticed that everything that I was trying to accomplish, whether I was going to be something or do something, I noticed that I just wanted an answer. And
You want an answer?
yeah.
Yeah.
Am I something? What is it?
Yeah.
And I'm looking. Or should I do something? And I'm doing. I just want to know. And that's what's bothering me the most. And I feel like the devil knows that I want that. So he uses it against me. Here you go.
Absolutely.
You're nothing. You're something.
Yeah.
Now you believe in God. Now you don't. And he just keeps throwing this junk at me. And I'm upside down.
If you stay with it, you're going to get to the point where there's no thinking. Zero thinking. God is not, he doesn't want you thinking. He just wants you living without thinking. But the devil wants you to think. He wants you to think about what we said here. He wants you to think about the past, the future. He wants you to think. And that's why he's constantly giving you everything we talk about, or everything you read in the Bible, or everything you heard your parents say, or everything you grew up with, because he got to keep you in thinking. He got to keep you away from the knowing. And so when he does that, what I'm telling you to do is to just let those thoughts pass. He'll tell you to pray. He'll tell you to cry out to God. And if you don't cry out to God with words, he'll cry out to God for you inside of you, and you think it's you crying out to God. But that's the devil doing that. God is not into thinking. You got to stop thinking. That's the devil voice. That's his voice. Think about your practical stuff you do, your work and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that. You don't live by that. But you got to give up thinking. You can't think of yourself as being nothing or being something. That's the devil thinking on your behalf. And then when you are convinced that you're not your thoughts and you're not your feeling, you'll be home. You'll be free. But you're not convinced yet when you believe the devil. That makes sense a little bit? Really. When we fellowship, don't hold on to it. Let it go. And the devil's going to try to make you hold on to it now. But let it go in one, and you'll see. It'll work. You'll be fine. But you got to trust. You got to stop trusting thinking. And you got to become one. When you become one, your whole, everything is done. You're free. There's nothing to think about. And he'll constantly make you think about something. When you open your eyes in the morning, he's already have you thinking about something. You notice that? Let that pass. When you open your eye, he'll tell you, oh, you need to do the silent prayer. And when he tell you that, let that pass. But just do your prayer anyway. But give no room to that thought of, I got to get up and do the silent prayer. That's the devil talking to you. That make sense? Yeah? No? Yes, sir. And I want to give you some quick stop it things. Yes, sir.
I have a routine for the morning, so do I just cut that out? Because I wake up, I go and I put my coffee to brew, and then as my coffee's brewing, I just go outside, look at the clouds, and then just do my prayer.
I mean, don't even think of it. Just do it. That's what you do.
Yeah, that's why I'm just doing it. Like I'm not thinking about it.
You got to get away from thinking.
Yeah.
And I know you're trying. I know you're working on it. But don't even think of yourself as working on it. And I'm trying and I'm doing this, right? Just do it. And then watch those thoughts and let them pass. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. There shouldn't be a struggle with this at all, because there's no, I'm about to say it again, there's no use to struggle. It's really not there. And what I mean, here's what got to happen. The death of the ego is about dying away from the illusion of self. There's no self. Your vanity have to die. All your illusion must die. So when you come alive by forgiving and the light comes on, Now you're looking at all these illusion stuff that you've been living with, calling them you, calling yourself fear, calling yourself doubt, thinking that you got to have this, thinking you got to have that. All those illusions must die. And that's the thing that doesn't want to die. The devil doesn't want your illusions to die. You got false illusion about self. When you lose all that, then you'll be free. What? That make sense? All of your illusion, and it's, believe me, this young man I was talking to the other day that I told you about, he get to the point where all of his false identities are dying, but the fear of it overtake him. And because the fear is great, right? And the fear overtake him, and because he think he is the fear, he come back to the false illusions. But you gotta take the fear. It's not you. The fear is the devil dying, the false self dying, and he doesn't want to die. But you got to go all the way with this. Does this make sense a little bit?